بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وبعد. Okay, just a quick announcement. First of all, I'd like to apologize for all those people who have tried to contact me in the last month or so. I've been extremely busy and I have not really had any time to get back to people. I'm still taking appointments through Google Meet. I'm still doing that through the website. But the patients who contact me, like emails and little questions they have for me, which maybe don't require a meeting, a Google meeting, online Google meeting, I just not had the time to get back to them. So first of all, I'd like to apologize to all of those people. Now, I had even some people contacting me from Qatar and through one of my friends over there, one of the sheikhs over there, and I haven't got back to those as well. Really, hardly ever got back to those. I don't think I've got back to any of those actually. Maybe one or two. It's just that I'm very busy, and the reason why I was very busy is that I'm actually developing stages 8 to 13 to complement or to complement the 7 stages, the 7-stage plan. So that's why I have been very busy. And that's why I haven't got back to anybody, because I've just been really busy with that, developing it and trying to improve the intentions. And it looks like we're finished now. So what I'm trying to do tonight is maybe hopefully get that video out, the first video. So I think it's going to be 2 parts. That's what seems to be the best way of doing it. It looks like it'll be 2 parts. So I'll do probably stages 8, 9, 10, 11 as one part, and then 12 and 13 as another part. So hopefully maybe tonight or tomorrow or this week sometime I'll upload those 2 videos. Maybe tonight the first one will be done. I'm still actually trying to write it up. What basically that is that we're going to be targeting Iblis Ma'ala cursing. Okay, so those people who didn't get cured with the 7-stage plan, okay, the 2.0 7-stage plan, which is up there already, which I've uploaded to my YouTube channel. If you didn't get cured through that, then you might need this one, which is a bit more advanced and more deeper. Going for Rats al-Kufr, basically. This is the one you have to go for him. You have to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to connect you to him, and then you hit him with the burn Ruqya. Now the wonderful thing here is that he can't get away from it. This one he can't get away with. Why? Because it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who created the connection to him. Previously, when we did the burn Ruqya on Iblis Ma'ala curse him, it was his network. So he would connect to me, trying to give me waswas or something like this, or sihr or whatever it is. And what it is, when it connects to me, then I would read back over the Ruqya onto him to burn, ask Allah to burn him. And what he would do, we'll cut off the line, because he sent it to me, he connected me to me, you see. This one is a bit different now, you see. This one's different. So you connect to him, you ask Allah to connect to him. So when I recently found out, because I'm always thinking this thing's after me, and even with the sahirs, that's why we got this new these new stages out with the sahirs and Iblis, because I always, back in my mind, always thinking, okay, cured, the 7-stage plan has cured me, but there's always something, there's an issue here. I always knew that it was itch, because I knew these guys are still after me, these Ma'ala curse Iblis and the sahirs. I knew they were after me. So what happened was, I developed these intentions to connect to them. You see, why am I going to wait for them to connect to me to get to me? First of all, so let me offensive, and this is sort of the first time we're going on the offensive, really. Everything else, even all the stages 7, was defensive. This is offensive now, alhamdulillah. I remember back when I first started this process of Ruqya, I remember patients coming to me, Said, maybe 16, 17 years ago. Is there any way of getting them back? Is there any way of getting them back? And some people are so desperate, they actually want to do sihr back onto these people. And I said, you can't be doing that, brother. You can't be using sihr against sihr. No. Is there any way to get back? No, just read the Ruqya. Allah will protect you. I didn't know how to get those people back, really, those sahirs. Even I wanted to get some people back, obviously. But we couldn't do anything. Only recently we realized, hey, why don't I just ask Allah to connect me to Iblis Ma'ala curse him and these sahirs who are trying to get to me, you see. You know, and alhamdulillah, Allah has helped us, and we'll go through how that works. And you're going to probably wondering, how can you connect to a sahir? He's not a spiritual disease. Well, in fact, they are spiritual diseases. And this is something recently we found out. You see, I was dealing with a case where the spiritual disease, believe it or not, was a guinea pig. I don't know if you want to believe it or not, but that's what the results showed. A guinea pig. And the devils actually turned that thing into a guinea pig and was attacking the patient. So I was thinking, how's a guinea pig become a spiritual disease? You see. Now you have to remember, I changed my definition, go back a few months, I changed my definition of what spiritual disease was. What was my definition previously? A spiritual disease is a disease that is invisible, that is not physical, and it reacts to ruqya. There were the three things which were defined as spiritual disease. Invisible, not physical, meaning you can't touch it. It's invisible and it's not physical, you can't touch it. But it reacts to ruqya. That was my definition of a spiritual disease. Well, I dropped those first two. Okay, I dropped those first two because what it was, Iblis and his army were using it as a loophole. Is that what Said sees as a spiritual disease? Well, we'll get around that. We'll give him other things. We'll give him something visible, okay? And we'll give him something physical, which is a spiritual disease. So we had to get rid of that. So we had to say what we had to do in the end. Just make out a spiritual disease, define a spiritual disease as what? Any disease that reacts to ruqya. Khalas, that's it. And if it reacts to ruqya, then it's a spiritual disease. That was the definition. And that definition has worked, alhamdulillah. And it's caused them problems. It's caused them big problems. Okay, so going back to that guinea pig. So that guinea pig reacted. So I realized, oh, wait a minute. If they can do this, maybe they can turn these humans into spiritual diseases as well. You see, not everybody's going to react. But and then I was looking at the Quranic ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about, what the Nabiyyina and the, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls basically, you have the shayateen ul ins. The shayateen, the devils from mankind, of mankind. Shayateen ul ins. You got these devils from mankind. So humans can become devils. Meaning what? They can react to ruqya. And that's what we have seen. Not every human is going to react because they're not that evil. But there are some of them who are that evil, they actually react to the ruqya and you can connect to them. And that's why the only reason you can connect to them. So subhanallah. So we did that. We connected to some sahirs and we read ruqya on them. And it was good. Alhamdulillah. Great results. Alhamdulillah. We read on Iblis as well. Great results. Why is it great results? Because it's connect ruqya. And they can't get away from it. That's one of the results we extracted from the ruqya diagnosis when we're working out, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to give us some information about these spiritual diseases. One thing is they couldn't get away from it. They couldn't escape. Yes, because previously what would happen, and this is a theory, when we probably were reading the ruqya on this, sahirs were probably getting ruqya, and this is what inadvertently we were doing it. They were getting something. And maybe Iblis was getting something. They would go and scream, oh, break the ta'weez, break the connection. Probably scream to the jinn to do this. Well, probably when they were talking to the jinn, when this connect ruqya was hitting them, they were probably saying to them, get rid of this, stop this, what's going on? And the jinn would probably reply back to them and say, you know what? We can't do anything for you. This is not from what we made. We didn't make these lines. We didn't make these networks. Can't help you there. Sorry. And that's what's happened. They couldn't escape it, you see. So they got a good burn. And what we've seen so far, alhamdulillah, Iblis has had a tough time. So far, nothing from him. After that ruqya. I've done it on him. And a few other patients have done it on him as well. And I was just testing to see if it works out. So alhamdulillah, he's not coming back. He's had enough. In fact, what we found out, you're not going to, all of these things I'm saying to you is from a ruqya diagnosis. We don't speak to jinn. And some of this stuff, if you don't want to believe me, nobody don't believe me. Okay? One of the results we found out is that he himself is upset when we connect to him and get this diagnosis, ruqya diagnosis, that we had to extract this information. He's upset with the sahirs. Because what was happening, he was getting burnt because of their actions. So in fact, what did he start doing? He started to try to kill the sahirs. And that's what we got from the diagnosis. It's not talking to any jinn. When you connect to the sahirs, you can actually take some information from them. And we work out some information, the Iblis and the jinns. And we find we connect to some jinns. Some jinns are trying to kill. What information? I have to extract like a stage, a deeper stage 3 ruqya. And that was stage 13. We have to extract some information regarding these jinn. Okay, what information does Allah want from me? Is it something to do with the sahirs and these jinns? Yes, there's a reaction. Okay, what is it? That these jinns were attacking the sahirs. Their own jinns are attacking them now because of this kill Ruqya. You see. So it's caused chaos amongst them, alhamdulillah. You know, so alhamdulillah, we can now go on the offensive. You see. And there's no shirk, there's no bid'ah. We're just asking Allah, connect me to these things because these things are attacking me. They're causing me problems, Ya Rabbi. And you connect to them. Allah makes those connections. And then you burn them. And you try to kill some. You ask Allah to kill some of them as well. And you leave it to Allah. And you leave it to Allah. So far what we have seen, wonderful results. And I'm so happy with it, you know. I'm so happy to go to be able to share this with the Muslims. Those poor Muslims have been attacked by Iblis and his army and his sahirs. You know, I know some of the sahirs, I know how they are. They were probably, you know, looking at the Muslims, laughing and giggling at them as they're walking past and they're sick, they're hurt, they've been injured. And then they're probably thinking, nobody can get me. And nobody doesn't know that I've even doing these things. No. We know that you're doing something and you're going to get something, inshallah ta'ala, if you don't stop. So we'll talk about all of that, inshallah ta'ala. And we'll talk about as well. So we're going to talk about targeted Iblis. You have to go for him, ask Allah to connect him to you. Okay, and burn him with the connect Ruqya. Okay. And then what you're going to do, you're going to also target the sahirs. We're going to do all that as well. How to get those guys. And then we're going to do a stage 12, which is going to be sort of deeper and finding out more information, like the information I told you about, like the jinn. You connect to some jinn, and the reason I don't want you connected to them, they're probably given up. They've had enough because they get part of that kill Ruqya as well. They've had enough, and what it is, the information you extract from them is that they're given up. And they don't want to work with that. They abandoned that sahir and they actually tried to kill the sahir. You get this sort of information. We'll talk all about that later, inshallah ta'ala, when we get to those stages. The other thing I want to talk about today is just something about improving the Ruqya diagnosis. Very briefly, I'll just say, we have to use Allah's knowledge when we're to improve the Ruqya diagnosis. So, and when you do this, you get clearer reactions. So when you got some cases where you're in doubt with... was that reactions, not reactions? Well, when you add according to Allah's knowledge, you get stronger reactions. That's what we have seen. Alhamdulillah. So for instance, let's give you an example. So you do, oh Allah, show me if I've got sihr, according to your knowledge, according to Allah's knowledge. And you'll get stronger reactions. That's what we have found from experience. Again, this is all experience. In fact, most of the Ruqya is all to do with experience, you see. It's all to do with experience, and we've seen what the results we get. Like that, what I said to you. So we've seen that we get better reactions. So I've done this diagnosis. Just, oh, well, show me this person's got sihr. I just did it like that. So is it a reaction? I'm not sure, brother. And then we do the diagnosis again with this. According to Allah's knowledge, stronger reactions. Aye, it's clear you've got sihr, brother. Subhanallah. I would have missed this if I didn't use Allah's knowledge, you see. So it's important to add Allah's knowledge there, you see. Again, all to do with experience. Most of the stuff I'm telling you is all to do with experience, you see. And trying things out, you see. Like trying that thing out with the connect Ruqya on the Iblis and the Sahirs. Try it out. There's nothing wrong with trying it out. You see, nothing, no shirk or no bid'ah there. You can try it out. You can ask Allah to connect you to these people. There's nothing wrong with that. Ruqya has not been restricted to certain things, only treatment. This is a sort of treatment anyway, you see. It's only certain things that you can only do in Ruqya. No, it's there. It's quite wide, the Ruqya, you know. You keep to those rules of the Sharia with it, then you can do certain things. And like I said, some things people don't have to believe us when we say that, oh, the jinns themselves were trying to, kill their own sahirs. Well, we're not going to talk to the sahirs to find this out. We're not going to talk to jinns. We find that through the experience, through the Ruqya diagnosis. And we work things out like this. It must be true because when we see, hey, they're not attacking us no more, or Iblis is like, he's not doing anything. Has Iblis done anything today? Anybody connected to him? And we find that sometimes, even once, I tried to connect to him to read more Ruqya, but Allah didn't allow me to connect to him because he's had enough, basically. He's had enough. So Allah's just. If he doesn't deserve to be burnt or something like this, then Allah's not going to connect you to him, you see. You know? So we've seen this from experience, that the diagnosis results must be true, you see, because patients are improving. People are feeling better, you see. Alhamdulillah. So, but like I said, you don't have to believe the Ruqya. It's just like dreams, really. This information we take from Ruqya diagnosis, it's like dreams. If you don't want to believe it, no problem. No problem. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Going back. So, improve your Ruqya diagnosis by adding that phrase. According to Allah's knowledge. Okay. Adding that always in there. Don't just do, Allah, show me if I've got sihr. Don't do it like that. Or Allah, show me if I've got sihr according to your knowledge. That's what, add that phrase in there. And remember, when you do show me, you're asking Allah to show you clear reactions that you don't have any doubt in. Okay. I got asked a question there. What about questions where we don't know what's wrong? We don't know what's wrong. we're doubtful about if the person's got sihr or not. Well, make sure in that intention, when you say show me, you're asking Allah to show you clear reactions that you don't have any doubt with. Convince me, that's what you got in there. You see? Yes, I haven't written that in there, but that's what's part of it. It's part of it. Asking Allah to convince me, show me. That so I don't have any doubt that I know that I've got sihr according to your knowledge. You see? That's what you do. Okay? And then I'll give you another example. Allah, show me if I have sihr from Mr. So-and-so according to your knowledge. You see? I mean, so sihr from Mr. So-and-so as the sahir. That's what we mean here. You know? So going by this, although I didn't mention the names, what's his name? I didn't mention sahir. But that's what we mean here. We can add the word sahir if you want as well to make it even clearer for people. Okay? Or Allah, show me if I have sihr from so-and-so as the sahir according to your knowledge. That's what you do. I hope that is all clear. So please use according to Allah's knowledge. And the evidence for using Allah's knowledge is the dua of Istikharah. Go read that dua. You'll see that the first 2 lines it talks about Allah's knowledge, using Allah's knowledge. You know, I'm asking Allah, you're asking Allah for guidance through Allah's knowledge. You see? So there's nothing wrong with using Allah's knowledge, and it improves the ruqya. In fact, it's even improved the intentions, the ruqya intentions. We've been updating all of our ruqya intentions with the knowledge of Allah now. So a lot of the intentions in the stage 1 and the stage 1 ruqya intentions in the treatment stage 4 and stage 6, we've improved it with Allah's knowledge. You see. So, Dave, I hope that's all clear. So hopefully, tonight a video might come out or during this week, inshallah ta'ala. Dave, that's all I wanted to say.